We're gonna flex, fight, and eat that ass. What? Why are you eating ass on a wrestling program? God damn, even the Human Centipede trilogy says, okay lads, that's too much ass eating. And we're all about ass eating and human centipeding. Human centipede ass eating. So much ass eating going on here, but let's get to the show. I'm John Rentham with my review of AEW Collision from Salt Lake City. Yeah, this is certainly a show that started at least pretty decently, definitely shockingly, and then kind of petered out and just became its usual 2-hour edition of Rampage and Dynamite Human Centipede together. There were some good moments. Let's get into it. So, the pre-tapes with Danielson, Kyle Fletcher, and more. Well, Starks and Bog Bill, as I'm calling him because of the shoe print in the middle, well, they vowed to become tag team champions. And then we got Saturday. And if there were 3,500 people in the arena, I would be amazed. That crowd sounded, felt, and seemed small. Now, the crowd was up for some of the stuff. They were making as much noise as they could, but it's fucking Utah. I mean, as far as rich history of professional wrestling, not a whole lot of shit going on in Utah. Because it's fucking Utah. All due respect to the good people in Utah. So, we're in Salt Lake City. That is a very depressing sentence. FTR versus Starks and Bog Bill. They took out Cash, they put him through the announcer's table, they beat the shit out of Dax, 3 chokeslams, 1 spear, and new tag team champions. A squash. Cash must have really been hurt, and I assume that Dax is hurt as well. I hope they can heal up, feel better, take time off. They have a new 4-year contract that they signed. And if they need time off, that's fine. They held the tag titles for a while. It's definitely shocking. FTR might come back by full gear and win the tag titles, but at least it gives a little bit of a shot in the arm. Not like the Brian Cage shot in the arm. Ha 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 ha. And Starks has another championship. At least a recognized championship because the FTW title wasn't. So, nevertheless, that was definitely shocking. Ian Riccaboni needs to switch to decaf because I love Ian Riccaboni. I was worried he was going to lose his voice. And I love his enthusiasm. Him and Nigel were calling the action. Yeah, and new tag team champions. Shocking. So, Dynamite recaps. Hobbs joining another group because they don't know what the fuck to do with him. Here's Danielson, the face, Kyle Fletcher. They are just getting their shit in quickly. This is a pretty good match. Kyle was going solo because Mark Davis is injured again, broken wrist. Hopefully he's going to be back soon. Kyle wasn't that bad here. Had some good stuff, got it from behind, gave it from behind. Shut up, Noah. I know you're thinking about it. Shut up. Anyway, Noah's really awesome. He's going to hate that I called him out there. They were up for Brian. Kyle did some good heel work. Kyle took about 5 headers during this, including 1 crash dive, and then took another one where he crashed in the corner, staring up at the spotlights and seeing a whole bunch of lights in his eyes. And I was really, really worried there about Fletcher. He had some good moves, though. He had a nice Michinoku driver. Some good stuff here. Danielson sold his ass off, gave Kyle a lot. There was no doubt that Danielson was going to win, and he did. He won with a bridge pin. He couldn't win with the Bukkake knee or anything. And then suddenly the Gates of Agony show up because Swerve is bound determined to beat up Danielson some more before their match on Title Tuesday. And then Claudio and Yuta run in because Mox is not medically cleared and can only do commentary. Rocky 5. Badass. And there you go. That's it right there. It wasn't a bad start to the show so far. Recaps of the tag title switch. And Starks and Bog Bill are talking. No rematch for you, FTR. No rematch for you. And then we get the Juice Guns, Bullet Club Gold with Jay White and Cardboard Jay White. I can't tell the difference. I kid, of course. Versus Angelico, Metalik, and Gravity, along with Serpentico. Gravity is the brother of Bandito. If I'm Bandito, I am looking to get as far away from this guy as I can, as far as gimmick, because good fucking Christ. This was certainly a match that existed on television, and I didn't really care. Juice's antics made the most of it, and he won with a weird face plant. I don't really know how else to describe it. And then Jay White talked about, we didn't come empty-handed. Some don't come at all. Some come while not even having hands on them. I don't speak from experience. Gotta change my chair. Anyway, so Jay White's talking about MJF. We need a new world champion. We may need a new world champion. You shouldn't be it, because you weren't good in New Japan. That being said, Jay White is a good athlete, a very good athlete. He is never going to be the world champion of a mainstream company and matter. He's facing Hangman because Hangman lost to Swerve, but they've got history. So there you go. Nick Wayne, he wanted to get back at Darby after Darby abandoned him, so he joined with his worst enemy. Now he's sitting under the linen tree of Christian Cage. Nick, the natives are getting restless. Leave ever with your heat. Good old Ernie Ladd. Good pre-tape here from Nick Wayne. I'm really excited to see what he can do with this new twist on his character. And then recaps of Adam Copeland and Christian. We're about to bang multiple bitches like, you know, like we're Mormon or something like that, the caster said. I think that's polygamy. I don't necessarily know if that just applies. I don't know if every Mormon's like that. Just want to say. But then the Acclaim and Billy took on the Iron Savages and their manager that wanted to eat ass. And this was a match. Caster landed badly for a 2 count. The Acclaimed won. It wasn't a bad match, but it was definitely a match that went twice as long as it needed to. And then Toni Storm, I'm a star! Toni Storm is delightful. I fucking love her. I mean, I loved her back when before I met her at an indie show about just over 5 years ago. And she did great on NXT UK. Got butchered badly in WWE. They've had stop-start stuff with her, but her being timeless Toni Storm, it's fucking great. She makes this entrance. It's incredible, black and white, all that shit. Keith Lee and Shane Taylor are going to have a match, and I'm all for that. Mainly because it'll be interesting to see if either can really step it up and show what they can do. Because Shane Taylor wasn't bad against Samoa Joe, and Keith Lee, I'm just waiting for Keith Lee to amp things up a bit like he used to. I just hope he's all right health-wise. But yeah, Toni Storm, my God, she's great. She's gorgeous. Good God. The starlet look is great. She took on Kira Hogan. Kira's not bad. Toni having the script pages and Kira throwing them. It was good shit. It's such good shit, pal. And Kira wasn't awful here. Hit a nice, step up guillotine leg drop and did a couple other nice moves. And then Toni went with the Storm Zero. It wasn't a bad match. And Toni with the character work, it's great. It's fucking great. And then Renee, in a very flowery shirt, tells Ruby she's banned from ringside. Ruby says, I'm calm. Ruby looks like she's waiting out her contract to go elsewhere. Just anywhere other than here at this point. Eddie Kingston took on Commander. And I love Kingston, and Commander can do a cool number of flips. As for the Ring of Honor World Championship, possibly the Strong Openweight Championship, I don't know. Kingston had to wait around for Commander to do his shit and eventually won with a back fist. That's really all I have to say about that right there. No, this felt like mostly a Rampage show besides Tony's stuff in the first 2 matches. So then Copeland comes out and praises JR, says, the contract you signed me to helped get me out of college debt, helped out my family. I'm forever indebted to you, sir. And JR seemed emotional about that, and that's good. And he said he came here for Christian. He took time off because of his neck injury. He thought if he fell, doctor said if you fall, you'll die. And Christian was out for a goddamn while. It was like somewhere in 2014 to 2021. He was out for a while and he came back. And Adam came to AEW for him. And then Christian won't return his calls. He wants to know why. He did mention about Luchasaurus being his heavy and Nick Wayne, that because Christian's in his Bond villain thing with the turtleneck, says Nick Wayne's like the bald Persian cat that he has sitting on his lap. And the crowd chants Persian cat. I love Nick Wayne. That was funny. Christian won't give him an answer. But you'll get the answer on Tuesday if you make it to Tuesday. Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne show up. And they surround the ring. And Adam takes out Nick Wayne, hits him with a spiked DDT. And I was like, oh, Nick, careful, lad. And then Luchasaurus catches him with a chokeslam and then hits him with that lariat from behind, taking good care of him. He hits him and he makes sure he goes down easy. That's good because Edge, even though he's still in great shape, he's 50 years old with a bad neck. And then Darby shows up somehow, has the hospital bracelet on his arm. And then Nick feigns away. No, Darby don't. And then he hits a dropkick when Darby's distracted. Darby gets battered around, and the heels stand tall, heading into Title Tuesday. So here's the thing. AEW Dynamite Title Tuesday and NXT head-to-head. I will tape both of those, and I will review both of those. And that's going to be the only time I'm going to do both reviews in 1 week. So let me know your thoughts on Collision in the comments, please. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.